Hello Libra, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Libra for the week of August 15th. Now do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Go ahead and get a shuffle in here. Now I do hope you're doing well. I am using the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot, the Rider-Waite Tarot, as well as the Keepers of the Light Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below if you'd like to pick them up for yourself. Also, the scammers are back. I do not offer personal readings, so do not get scammed. I will not send you a message. All right, let me make sure we're all set up and in view here, and then we'll get right into it. All right. I think that looks about good enough to me. We'll go ahead and take 3 of these oracle cards here. And all right, energy on the bottom. You have the Hermit. So the Hermit really is an energy of creating self-mastery in your life, or connecting with the energy or connecting with the idea of self-mastery. Okay, this person is looking for the light that is within them. You can see that they are viewing the light that is within the lantern, but they are looking for the light that is within themselves or within them. And the Hermit realizes that this is not something that you can learn in academia. This is not something that you can learn from a textbook. This is learned from communing with the universe, spending time alone, spending time in nature maybe, spending time in introspection. And this is about the Hermit becoming a master, really. Not only creating self-mastery, but generally becoming a master over one's life. So I really like to see this here for you, Libra. And what's interesting is you have the card that comes before the Hermit, which is the Strength card here, number 8. So the Hermit's number 9, and you have number 8, the Strength card, in the middle position. This middle position is the most important card in this spread because it spills into the rest of the cards. And this Strength card represents overcoming an obstacle, and most importantly, overcoming an internal obstacle. And so what is the name of the game for you so far in this reading? Well, it's something relating to the internal self or to introspection here. This is what is important to you at this time, or this is what is being highlighted for you at this time, Libra, in this week. Digging down within, digging deep within, and dealing with or working through something internally here, overcoming some type of internal obstacle. The Strength card is Leo energy. We are in Leo season. This is about bravery, confidence, going out on a limb, doing something for yourself, showing up for yourself, being strong. It does warn to be careful of like an potentially like outpouring of energy. So like this could be like something that spills into an argument when you get the Strength card. You know, arguments are inevitable in life, but we can prevent them, right? And I do think that there's maybe something here about you. First and foremost, I do have to say that this is a very positive reading, but I almost feel like saying if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. You know that phrase that your mom or your dad might have told you growing up? If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. I almost, for whatever reason, that has come into my mind for you here at this time. I don't know why, it's kind of making me laugh that's coming in, but yeah. I think your response to something here is very important, the way that you respond to something, and it's coming from within. In the past, you have the Hanging Man, you have the Tower, and you have the 8 of Wands. This 8 of Wands did come out reversed. I don't read reversals, but it did sort of stick out to me. I do believe the cards are upright as well, so that is interesting. 8 of Wands reversed may mean something relating to a delay in your life, something that's kind of stuck, because in the upright meaning, the 8 of Wands talks about kind of breakthroughs, things moving ahead, pushing forward. You have this 8 of Wands with the Tower. The thing is, just by kind of on the surface, the 8 of Wands can represent something that happens so quickly that you're sort of like catching your breath. Like it's almost like, whoa, how did that happen? Or when did that happen? I was not expecting that. Something that catches you by surprise. And the same thing with this Tower card, right? The Tower card is a shock. It is an upheaval potentially. It's actually a positive card. The Tower card really represents a blessing in disguise, because this is about like a house of cards. This is about something in your life that was maybe on unstable ground, or something that's on unstable ground collapsing. And the reality is you don't want to live on unstable ground in the first place. And so while the Tower is challenging, it is a way out of a challenging situation. And it does provide you with an opportunity to kind of get to the Star, which is the card that comes after the Tower, number 17. The Star represents hope and optimism. In the linear progression of the major arcana in the tarot, you can't get to the Star without first having the Tower moment. And so it's almost like sometimes we need to lose something. I'm not saying this is always the case, but sometimes we need to lose something, or we need to see something collapse or fall away in order to understand like how good we have it, or in order to sort of be grateful for everything else that we have. And it's almost like maybe some of you have realized this. You also have this energy here of the Hanging Man, which the Hanging Man is really ready to embrace a transformation. Okay, the Hanging Man says that at the end of the day, you got to give something up to get something else. You have to cut this cable to see what's on the bottom here. See what happens when you start free falling. See what happens, what's at the bottom, or what's at the bottom of the, whatever at the bottom of this post that they're hanging on from. Like, what is down there, right? This person doesn't know what is down there because they are staying where they are, right? They are staying where they are. And you could say that they are achieving enlightenment here. You can see that they're sort of meditating. But beyond that, they're not really doing much. And so in the past, there's been something that has been a shock to your system. There's something that has happened quickly here. And I do think that this is really actually going to end up being a blessing in disguise if you have not come to that conclusion already. In the current situation, you have the Four of Wands, you have the Strength card, and you also have the Ten of Cups. So we've talked about how you have this Strength card with the Hermit here, introspection, overcoming internal obstacles, being brave, being strong, handling a situation for yourself in a mature way. And this could be related to family, as you have the Ten of Cups here. This is, you can see one big happy family on the card. The Ten of Cups is actually a very good card. It's an outpouring of emotions. It's like receiving the final cup at the end of the rainbow, or the treasure or the chest at the end of the rainbow here, the reward. And this can refer to just abundance generally in one's life, an overflow of good times, good emotions, and abundance generally in one's life. The Ten of Cups is also a major, it's emotional abundance, but it's also potentially a material abundance as well. As you can see the house in the background. The family here owns that house in the background. And so it's just abundance generally in one's life. You then have this Four of Wands as well. The Four of Wands represents marriage, or even stability, structure, foundations, achievements, good times, but it's also a card of a new start. Because the idea is that when you get married, that's a new start, right? You go from being single or engaged to being married, new chapter in one's life. And so this could also just generally be referring to some type of new start that some of you may be going through at this time, especially if this reading is for you. I think some of you are doing the hard work here with the Strength card and the Hermit card. I can say personally, it's like doing the internal work is oftentimes much more challenging than like studying something formally, or things like that. Doing the internal work is very hard, but it also brings incredible rewards and incredible riches as well in one's life. And so there may have been something here in the past that was exposed for you to sort of learn about yourself or work through. And in the future, you have the Nine of Wands, you have the Nine of Cups, and you also have the King of Cups. So we have 999. So the Hermit is number 9, then we have Nine of Cups, Nine of Wands. Okay, so that number is extremely powerful. It's like basically you're there. Nine of Wands says you're standing at the finish line. You just have to have one more push to the end. and then you'll get there. And what's interesting is you have this diagonal. Diagonals in this spread represent directions that you are headed. And the Eight of Wands, again, you know, this may have been reversed. There may have been delays in the past, but you have the Eight of Wands, the Strength card, and the Nine of Wands. So I don't think, I think you're basically there with whatever this internal situation that you're dealing with. It's almost like you're so close to completing something important here. The Nine of Cups, and you also have just, I have to say, you have a lot of progressions in this reading. 8 into 9, 999, 9 cups, 10 of cups. So you have things inching along, things moving along here. The Nine of Cups is the fulfillment of a wish, right? It's a major card of wishes in the tarot, wishes being granted, wishes being fulfilled. It's also emotional contentment. It's feeling satisfied, okay? It's feeling satisfied in one's life. And so if there's something that's been troubling you here in the past, which there might have been, I think that there's satisfaction here coming forward in your life. And then you have this King of Cups, which is really this idea that you can see that they're sort of sitting in unstable water or rocky seas. And this idea, it's this idea that through ups and downs in one's life, you have the ability to be stoic, or you have the ability to sort of handle any emotional situation that may be placed in front of you. As you can see, this person doesn't care if the waters are wavy or rocky. And yeah, so let's go ahead and start to clarify. But if you're enjoying this video so far, please do hit that like button and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow in a big way. All right, so you have Horus, Cosmic Gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. And then you have Kuan Yin, care and compassion, choose to be loved, do what is right for everyone involved, offer a helping hand. And then you also have Dwa Kul, Dharma unfolding. Remember that you are on a path, take one step at a time to happiness. Okay, there is this idea of maybe a situation that needs to be met with care in your life. It's almost like, remember I said, I was getting that funny phrase, like if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it. It's almost like there's something here in your life that needs to be handled with care and compassion, or just care generally. And along with that, this idea of just taking it day by day, right? Taking it day by day, taking your time. Your thoughts do drive your reality here. And you could see this portal behind Horus, this cosmic gateway. It's almost like maybe some of you are connecting with the power of positive thinking, the power of aligning your vibration to a specific event or situation. Let's go ahead and start to clarify the situation even more. So you have the Four of Pentacles, you have the Devil card, Ace of Swords, King of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, and you have the Two of Swords. Okay, so I see that some of you are going back and forth on an investment or some type of, I almost feel like some of you are going back and forth on whether or not to make a purchase or make a sale in something in your life here, with the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, as well as this Devil and the Two of Swords. There may be some racing thoughts or negative thinking about where to place money, where to place, what assets to invest in, like where to put your money, all of those sorts of things. This might be important or highlighted here for you at this time. The thing is, it's the mental chatter is, you are not your thoughts, okay? You are not your thoughts. The mental chatter is something that I think some of you are going to really spend time working through, because you have the Ace of Swords, which represents clarity of thought. You take the sword and you cut through the negative thoughts, you cut through the cloud of excessive thinking, excessive worrying. The Ace of Swords says it's a breath of fresh air, right? And so it also represents a new beginning. What is on the bottom here? You have the Ace of Pentacles. Felt like checking the bottom card here. The Ace of Pentacles is also a new beginning. You're the only one that I've checked. You're the only sign that I've checked the bottom of this deck for. I had a feeling that there was another ace there. And there it is, lo and behold. So there is some type of new beginning showing up here for you. And I think that this is related to resources. I also think that this is related to laying the groundwork, setting a foundation for yourself, something like that, right? And then you have this Four of Pentacles, which is this idea that some of you are a little bit timid, shy, or kind of like holding on to something, fearful of losing something. King of Wands is a really nice card of entrepreneurship, or just if you're not an entrepreneur, it's you doing what you truly want to be doing for your career. And so I definitely like to see this for you, definitely getting a new beginning for many of you here in material, financial, or some type of like career life, maybe even some type of family life type of situation. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I will see you in the next reading.